Tēnā koe, tamariki mā. How are we all today? Here is our story. It's called The Wea Nana. And it says not a bedtime story. So I'm trying to read it early. Don't read it before you go to bed. And this story is written by Melinda Szymanik and Sarah Anderson. The Wea Nana. For Stella Rose's older brother Simon, there was no better fun than scaring his sister. Sometimes it was shouting boo when she least expected it. Sometimes it was putting a spider on her plate, but Simon's favourite way to frighten his sister was to tell her a scary story. Today, Stella Rose was frightened. Her Nana Lupin was flying in from a faraway country, and Stella Rose's family was going to the airport to pick her up. Stella Rose had never met Nana Lupin before, but she knew her voice sounded horribly hollow and hard to understand when she spoke on the phone. And she knew Nana Lupin looked scary in the big black coat she wore in all her photos. Stella Rose did not want to meet spooky old Nana Lupin. Stella Rose already felt nervous, so she did not ignore her brother as she should have when he sat close to her in the car and began to speak into her ear. "She has whiskers," Simon said as they pulled out of the driveway. "They scratch your skin when she hugs you." "She has long fingernails," as he said as they drove along the motorway, "like claws. They dig into you when she pulls you close. And don't think for 1 minute she'll be arriving on a plane. She rides a witch's broom that she borrows from her witch friends." "She's a were-nana," he whispered, "just like a werewolf. She gives you a big sloppy nana kiss, and instead of turning into a wolf, you turn into a wicked were-nana just like her." Of course, Simon had never met Nana Lupin either, but that was not important. What mattered was having fun. "Did you take that special potion before you left home?" Simon asked, as they turned onto the airport road. "I took mine. She can kiss me all she likes." "I don't want to meet Nana Lupin," Stella Rose cried. "She's a werewolf in disguise." "Don't be silly, Stella Rose. Who told you that?" said Mother. Stella Rose couldn't help but look at her brother. "I never ever called her a werewolf," Simon said. He made a growly wolf face at his sister. "I think she's like a werewolf," he whispered. Stella Rose said nothing. They had arrived. The airport building loomed over her like Dracula's castle with its control tower turret and its 1,000 empty eye windows looking down on her. Stella Rose shivered. "Not all of those windows are empty," Simon whispered in his sister's ear. "Nana's witchy friends are up there. They've been waiting for you. They can smell you when you haven't had the potion. They'll be letting Nana know." Stella Rose shuddered. Once inside the bustling terminal, Stella Rose wished she were invisible. She didn't want to meet Nana Lupin with her hairy chin and her long fingernails and her witch's broom, and Stella Rose definitely didn't want to be a were-Nana herself. Stella Rose's father raised his arm and waved it high above the crowd. There she was, Nana Lupin, wide in her black wool coat with a dark scarf tied around her head. She strode towards them. Oh, how Stella Rose wished she smelt of potion. Why hadn't her mum given her some? Stella Rose watched as Nana Lupin first kissed Stella Rose's father, then her mother, and then Simon. There was no one else between Stella Rose and her Nana. Simon winked at his sister. It was Stella Rose's turn. Nana Lupin sniffed. She's been talking to her witch friends, Simon whispered to Stella Rose. She's smelling you, can't wait to kiss you. Nana Lupin reached out for Stella Rose. No! Screamed Stella Rose. Stella Rose, where are your manners? Her mother cried. She's a were-Nana, Stella Rose sobbed, like a werewolf. Her friends are witches and she has a hairy face and claws on her hands. One kiss and I'll turn into a were-Nana just like her. Suddenly Stella Rose gasped. Nana Lupin was pulling off her coat like a wolf shedding its skin. She took off her scarf and shook out her hair. Oh, Nana, she said, you're lovely. Of course I am, my little one, Nana Lupin said, pulling Stella Rose into a big hug. And I'm definitely not a were-Nana, she said. Wherever did you get that idea? Simon told me. Oh, it was just a story, Simon said, smiling wickedly. You should be careful about the stories you tell, Nana Lupin said, turning to Simon. She leaned down to whisper in his ear. After all, she murmured, you were right about my friends being witches, and they saved their most horrible spells to use on bad brothers. Kumatu. What a great story. A little bit scary, but it's still daytime, so it's fine. We don't have to be scared. And it was just a story. And I think Nana looked absolutely lovely. And I think Simon might have been just a wee bit mean to his sister. Hope you enjoyed our story. Ka kite a popo.